Alright, so we're on the opposite bank of the grist mill itself. It's over here. And then you got the covered bridge behind me. So we did the tour. The building itself is actually 3 stories high, and then there's a 4-story that's underneath, so I guess you'd call it the basement. But the bridge itself was built in 1861. They harvested all the wood for the mill itself on this side of the river, brought it over, and they sawed it all themselves, planed it, and they used a wheel that used to be here for the water that ran a saw as a sawmill. But basically they didn't waste anything. Anytime somebody brought husk in or wheat in and they refined it, they used it for other things, for animals, to feed fish and different stuff like that. But the mill had fallen a few years ago, and they spent the last 7 years lifting it back up out of the water and getting it trying to get it back running. So it's really cool. It's well worth the tour. They have honey here as well, and they sell that. They also still sell grits, and they also still sell
cornmeal,
which we bought some of that to try, and we bought some of the honey, and the honey was really good. They let us taste that. So it's definitely worth a stop if you're in this area. I would suggest it, and it's really neat history.
Yeah,
a lot
great
of the
history
things
lesson.
in there are still original. Actually, I believe everything in there is still original.
It's yucky.
I'm gonna hit you. You can ask me to come and video.
That Kymulga sign on it, and that was carved out of the usually all the other 3 of them that held them. They rotted from the inside out, so nobody knew that they were rotten. They looked perfectly fine.
Oh,
Yeah, they fell down and they found out what happened to them.
So they were hollow on the inside. Wow.
And that big flood came through and
Yeah.
put too much pressure on down and went.
And they just too big out, huh?
Building, it went down through the floor. And they hold about 2,000 bushels.
The only surviving original covered bridge in the state of Alabama. We just got an incredible tour of the grist mill. Let's talk with you a little bit later about some of that history. I'm gonna go check out the bridge and the hiking trails they have.
Well, you can see the grooves in the...
Oh yeah, they told us to check for the grooves for
Can you see
the
the
wagon.
grooves?
Yeah.
It may not show up on camera, but...
See how my foot like goes down?
Uh-huh.
See the difference?
Yeah. Okay, I had to be sure that I got it on video. Barrett's favorite part of being here in Alabama, he has to point it out every 5 seconds because we pass a field about every 5 seconds. What do you call it, Barrett?
Cotton!
He loves seeing the cotton. There is lots of it. We went from the mill that makes cornmeal, grits, and flour
The healthy stuff.
to Blue Bell ice cream tour. Okay, so we just got done at Blue Bell. There's no videoing or taking pictures in there, so we can't really show you too much. But basically, you go up there and they have some observation windows on the 2nd floor where you can watch the assembly line and the distribution and packaging of the ice cream. I think today they were making buttered pecan, could have been the pralines, I think it was butter pecan, vanilla,
and mint chocolate chip.
and mint chocolate chip. We also saw them doing the little party cups and the little personal
Right. For
quarts,
the
pints,
small ones.
little ones. And then you get to go to the parlor, and for $1, you get
Huge. Well, like,
enough for 3 people to eat off of. It's like 2 giant scoops.
me.
And what did you say this was?
The best ice cream ever. And the honey was yucky.
Oh, okay. Corbin said it was the best field trip ever, the best ice cream ever. You can see I had blue ice cream. But it's only $1, and you get a huge scoop,
amount.
as in everyone doesn't need their own. You could definitely share it. So we are done with this field trip today. It was really neat and delicious. And yes, my kids had ice cream before lunch. So here we go. What you do after a Blue Bell tour.
He's got more energy than everybody.
I
put
think they
together.
purposely put the park across the street